Hey guys, Boomer here, and I thought I'd talk to you for a second about how I stay warm on the bike. It's in the, I know, got to be in the upper 30s right now, and it actually snowed here last night. Now, nothing on the ground right now, but it snowed a bit. So, I don't have heated gear, though that may come at some point. Heated gear might be nice, but I don't have it. But I still ride, so I thought I would talk about how I stay warm when I ride. And the key, and by the way, I'm thinking of, there's a guy, another YouTuber, and I can't remember his name, but he says anytime the temperature is 36 degrees and above, he's riding. And I understand the desire to want to do that. I have another friend named Joe who has the nickname Eskimo Joe. And he actually has a patch that says, "You can't be Eskimo Joe if you don't ride in the snow," or something like that. In fact, last riding season, the only month where I didn't ride at least some was February. And I think here in Michigan, that's not half bad. But how do I stay warm? And right now I'm very warm when I ride, not a problem at all. But the key is well, you have to dress in layers, obviously. I mean, that's key when you're out well, like if you're hiking, if you go for a hike in the woods, you always want to dress in layers. And that way, if you get too warm, you can take some layers off, or you can put some layers on. But also, get these air pockets in between the layers, and that acts like an insulator, so that really works as well. But in terms of what I wear, start up here. I have what's called a Dickie. Let me take it off and show it to you right here. It works very well. There we go. And it fits on around your neck, right here, and it comes down and it covers your chest and your back, and it goes. Now they have some that have hoods, but I find wearing a helmet that's not very practical. Besides, your head stays warm enough inside the helmet. But the idea is to get it around your neck. And the second key to staying warm, besides layers, is keep the wind out. If you have wind getting in anywhere, you're going to feel it. I promise you that. So you want to dress in layers, and you want to keep the wind out. So this Dickie does a very good job of going down over my chest and my back, and it goes around my neck. And the only thing is, I noticed is this part that goes around the neck is fairly thick. And when you have all your gear on and your helmet strapped on, it makes it a little more difficult to turn your head to see what's left and right. But it's not that bad, and not so bad I wouldn't want to wear it. So that's one thing I wear. It's called a Dickie, and I imagine there are other names. This brand here is called Sherpa. I'm sorry, not Sherpa, Champa Fleece. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that works really well. It's starting to get dark out here. Champa Fleece. It's actually about 6:30. It'll be dark here in about 10-15 minutes. But in terms of keeping the wind out, gauntlet gloves are a must. You have to keep the wind from going up your sleeves, because if they go up your sleeves, your whole body's going to get cold. And the gauntlet gloves, these are called grabbers. I got some gloves that came with this coat, but I like these. And the idea is to get them over top of your coat so that the wind doesn't go up your sleeves. And that's going to go a long way in keeping you warm. And I also have some liners that I wear under my gloves. You can get thermal liners, and they work, but it seems to help a little bit. So to keep the wind down your neck, up your sleeves, and man, you're halfway home, keeping the wind out. As far as layers, I showed you the Champa that I wear, the Dickie. This coat right here is a winter riding coat, or a cold or cool weather coat. It's water resistant. Not waterproof, but it does a pretty good job at keeping the water out, but it lets air flow. But which seems kind of counterintuitive if you want to keep the air out. I guess what I'm saying is the fabric breathes from the inside out. But anyway, it has a liner, zip in and out liner, so I've got the liner in there. Then I also have a vest, like a down vest. Plenty of air pocket. It's pretty thick, but no arms in the vest, so I can still move. And then, under the vest, I have another zip-up jacket that does have sleeves, and it's kind of like a fleece. And then, of course, I have a heavy flannel shirt and a t-shirt. So dressing in layers. Up top, keeping the wind out from the neck and the arms. That's crucial. And also the pants that I'm wearing. Now I have flannel lined jeans that I wear. And if it's cold enough, I can put on long johns or thermal underwear under those. But I also have overpants that I wear. And the overpants have a liner as well. And the liner has elastic around the bottom that kind of grabs the boot and doesn't let air up my pants, which, again, a big plus if you can keep the air out. For boots, I have insulated lined boots. Now, when you get boots, make sure they're not so thick that you have a problem getting your foot under the shifter. Or maybe you have an adjustable shifter. Some bikes do. But they have good soles because you want to have good footing when you stop. Good sturdy boots, lined, insulated. These are rated to 5 below 0, so they do a nice job of keeping my feet warm while I'm riding. Some bikes have fairings that really do a good job. I have a Silver Wing that has a fairing, and they do a really good job of passing the wind around you. Windshields or windscreens can do that as well if they're properly heighted for you. If they're too low, then the wind can hit you right in the face, but they work some just to keep the wind off of you, and again, that's a big step in staying warm. So layers keep the wind out. And on the bottoms of my overpants also have these elastic straps. They stretch, they hook on the one side, go under the boot, and hook onto the other to keep the pants from riding up. So that's how I do it when it comes to staying warm in cooler temperatures, because it's upper 30s right now, and I am perfectly warm riding with all the stuff that I have on. So that was what this short video was going to be about, was just staying warm while you're riding. I was out riding tonight, and I'm headed home right now because I don't like to ride at night, especially this time of a year because it gets dark so early. But the reason is that a lot of people really don't expect to see motorcycles out this time of year. So you really got to be on your toes if you're riding this time of year. It's funny the looks you get in the comments that you hear when it's in the upper 30s and you're out on two wheels. Some people think you're crazy, some people think you're brave. I just love to ride, and I know you do too. So if you can stay warm on the bike, why not? You know what? Here comes another bike. Oh, amazing. There he goes. Looks like